All right, thank you guys. The Lotte Giants take on the KT Wiz, and that's going to be a 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Wiz are the $1.75 favorite. Totals 9.5 juice to the over. And if you like the Giants in an upset, they're plus 135 for a win and minus 150 to keep it close. And following Wednesday's sports wagering action, I improved to 16-2 in my last 18 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. That's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. And that extra daily pick is one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 21-5 in my last 26 picks in that category as well. Good for 81% during that stretch. I have a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And if you just want to check out the website a little bit, maybe browse, check out my current record, the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Giants are just 3 games out of third place right now in the KBO. They've won 8 out of their last dozen and gave up just 2.7 runs per contest on average during those victories. They're taking on a Wiz team who's currently in 8th place out of 10 teams in KBO. They've also dropped 5 out of their last 6 series as well. Now, scoring-wise, 4 out of the Wiz last 5 got over the total of 9.5 runs. Meanwhile, 3 out of the Giants' last 5 on the other side got over that total themselves. Give me the Lotte Giants plus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leads out for Friday's KBO baseball action. Happy Thursday or Friday to you. The weekend is, it's right around the corner. It's basically here. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Wednesday's sports wagering action, I improved to 16-2 in my last 18 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month. And in addition to going 16-2 in my last 18, I'm also hitting at 21-5 in my last 26 picks in that category as well. And that's good for 81% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on. I'm talking about the Samsung Lions squaring off against the Kia Tigers. 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Tigers are minus 180. Total's 8.5 juice to the over. And if you like the Lions, they're plus $1.40 to win it. And minus 155 keeping this one close. Now, the Lions have won 3 out of their last 4, including an impressive 12-0 double-digit shutout victory over the KT Wiz. They are also coming fresh off a series victory over the third-place Doosan Bears, 2-1. Now, the Lions' 7-3 record in their last 10 is obviously good for 70% during that span. They also allowed just 3.2 runs per contest on average in those 10 as well. They're taking on a Tigers squad who's just 2.5 games ahead of them in the standings, so they could really make up some ground here. This also looks like a potential letdown spot for Kia backers, coming off 2 straight victories over the first-place Dinos. Could be a letdown spot. Now, total-wise, the Tigers' last 2 straight got over the total of 8.5 runs. 5 out of their last 7 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Samsung side, their last 2 straight got over the 8.5 themselves. 5 out of their last 7 also got over that total. Give me the Samsung Lions plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that contest. Next game, SK Wyverns taking on the Kaihwa Heroes. 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Heroes are minus 175, totals 9.5 juice to the over. The Wyverns are plus 135 on the money line, and if you like the Wyverns on the run line, they're minus 150, catching the 1.5. Now, the Wyverns are coming fresh off a 3-game sweep to the hands of the 8th place KT Wiz. That's right, they lost. The Wyverns also have lost 7 out of their last 8, averaging only 3.1 runs per contest during that span. They also lost their last 3 straight series and currently reside in 9th place out of 10 teams with a .316 win percentage. They're taking on a Kiwoom squad who won their last 2 straight. They've also taken 4 out of their last 6, including a very impressive 18-5 win over the first place Dinos. Kaiwoom's just half a game back of the Doosan Bears for 3rd place in the standings. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, the Heroes saw their last 2 straight stay under the total of 9.5 runs. 9 out of their last dozen also stayed under the 9.5. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the SK Wyverns saw 3 out of their last 5 stay under the 9.5 themselves. Meanwhile, 8 out of their last 10 also stayed under that total. Give me the Kiwoom Heroes -1.5 and the under 9.5 in that contest. Next game, Doosan Bears squaring off against the LG Twins, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start. The Twins are -150, totals 10.5 juice to the under. The Bears are +115 for a win, and if you'd like Doosan to keep it close, they're -175, catching the 1.5. Now the Bears are coming off a series loss to the 7th place Samsung Lions. They've also lost 4 out of their last 5, with 2 of those losses coming against the last place Hanwha Eagles. The Bears aren't playing their best baseball right now, pulling off just 3 victories in their last 9 outings. Needless to say, they've dropped their last 3 straight 3-game series. The Twins on the other side, well, we're looking at an LG team who's kind of hot right now. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they're coming off a 3-game sweep of the Hanwha Eagles. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. Their 7-1 record in their last 8 is good for 88% during that short span. The Twins are also in 2nd place in the 10-team KBO, just 1.5 games behind the NC Dinos for that top spot. Now, total-wise in this one, we're looking at a Twins team who saw 8 out of their last dozen stay under that total of 10.5 runs. Meanwhile, the Bears on the other side saw their last 4 straight stay under that number themselves. 9 out of their last dozen also stayed under the 10.5. Give me the LG Twins -150 and the under 10.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show could be a potential massacre. I'm talking about the Hanwha Eagles versus the NC Dinos. 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Dinos are the massive $5 favorite. No surprise there. Total's 9.5 juice to the over. And if you like the Eagles in an upset, they're +320 to win it and +150 to keep it within 2 runs. The Eagles lost 9-7 earlier this morning to complete the 3-game sweep to the Twins. They've lost 21 out of their last 23 ball games. And, of course, they find themselves in last place in the KBO with a .231 win percentage. They've also lost 8 out of their last 9 3-game series as well. They're taking on a first-place Dinos team who's 26-11 on the season, good for a win percentage of .703. And when it comes to the total on this one, the Dinos saw their last 4 straight get over the total of 9.5 runs. 15 out of their last 16 games also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Eagles side, 2 out of their last 3 got over that number themselves. Give me the NC Dinos -1.5 for some very pricey run line cash. Yeah, I get it. I know it's pricey. Might want to include that one in a parlay, but I do have to give you a side. It's a pick show. And I also want to lean toward the over 9.5 runs in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout out to Lucky 2000, Daniel McPherson, Heen Beats, Jaron Cash Rules, Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord, Johnny Youngworth, Eddie Haradi, Brandon Rodriguez, Kirk Gray, and Don Ladisic. All right, from our Instagram platform, shout out to Drew Braun, Will Slade, Jay Navarrete, Proline Master, Senmila Maya, Esteban Astelara, Pamela Yani, Yasmin Bestani, Iheb Bakali, and Pat Stacks. And finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to Stephen Lewis, Donnie Brooklyn Sports Wager Pro, Teddy Choba, GTA Gamer Girl, Angel Reyes Moreno, Esteban Segura, James King, Daniil Nazar, Hot Boy Chris, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, Darius McNeil. All right, that's going to do it for me, guys. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Thursday or Friday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, today, later on today, on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.